Anyway, our studio guest this week on the programme is Lucci Minx. Is that right?
Lucci Minx.
Lucci Minx. Where did you get that name from, actually?
Well, when I was in a girl group, I was in LA. We were working with Mr. Dalvin from an R&B group, Jodeci, and he kind of named all the girls in the group, but he kind of put the Minx as her surname, so every girl in the group had Minx as their last name. But I had this crazy name. He told me, because my real name is Louisa, so he told me it was like an old lady's name, so I needed to come up with something, and I used to I don't know, just kind of shorten it to Lucci, I guess, like
okay,
Lucky,
yeah.
Lucci, kind of that
kind
of vibe. So I got the Minx then as well because I like cats.
So you're from Tala, you were saying to me there during the song,
yes.
And there's quite a few people like to rap in Tala, I think, don't they?
Yeah, there's quite a few out there. I guess that's why they call it California, in a way. But it's pretty popular out there. I think it's pretty popular all around Ireland. Like everybody loves hip hop music, and definitely when you look at the charts and what's in the charts, and when you go to the club and you go to like urban nights and stuff, there's such a huge turnout, so Irish people definitely do love hip hop music.
Yeah, they do indeed.
Yeah.
And tell us, how did you actually get into that type of music?
Like just kind of growing up, I guess I love all kinds of music, but hip hop kind of stuck with me because I liked the attitude, I liked how kind of cheeky you could be, and it was a way of expressing yourself, like you could say what you wanted to, what was on your mind. And I guess I started listening to Ice Cube, Salt and Pepper, who else was there back in the day? Like Tupac, obviously, he was big back then, and just used to listen to that over and over again. And I just started writing when I was 14, and I've been writing ever since.
Very good. And tell us, how do you actually go about writing music itself? Do you just write lyrics, or do you write music with it, or which one do you first?
Sometimes I definitely have to have music there when I'm writing, because that helps me a lot. But if I have an idea, I'll have words going around in my head and what I want to say, and then when I sit down and I listen to the track, then I will try and fit it in so it fits with the track. But
yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah.
But no, I like writing. I love it. It's so therapeutic to me, and just. It's fun.
And is there any particular time of the day that you like to write more so?
Yeah, for some strange reason, it's the nighttime. I guess during the day I have so many distractions going on. So usually, when most people are sleeping, I'll stay up the whole night probably and be up all night long writing, because I can't be distracted then.
Yeah, I think a lot of people do that.
It's quiet and it's people, and that's when I get most. That's when I'm inspired the most. Is always at nighttime for some strange reason. I can't say to myself, okay, now I'm going to sit down, I'm going to write now. It kind of just either comes to you,
or it doesn't come to you.
Or it doesn't come to you. But, but definitely it'll be the nighttime, and I'd be like, why does it have to be so late at night? Because then,
you're tired
the next morning getting up and whatever,
Yeah, it's one of those problems, isn't it?
Yeah.
I suppose that's one of the things.
You got to do what you got to do.
It's one of the things with artists I find with many of them, they seem to be able to write at night. I think it's because you're thinking about you're thinking about what you did today or what you're going to do tomorrow and things like that. So I think it's kind of one of those things when you're busy, if you're out and about doing stuff, you don't have time to write songs.
Yeah, I know.
Think
you're going
properly.
around, your phone's going off, and
all that sort of thing. Yeah,
you've got too much going on. So at least at nighttime it's quiet. People are in bed. You're kind of by yourself. It's quiet time.
Yeah, indeed. So did you actually study music in school or anything?
No, actually, never. No, I never did music in school. I wanted to do music, but I never did it, and I don't think even the music system over here in our schools. Well, the schools I went to anyway was not good. I wouldn't have been interested in doing it. Mm-hmm. Really, it was more so choir stuff.
Well, I think the thing about studying music actually in Ireland,
I can read music though, because I used to play piano when I was younger and that, so I can read music, I can read notes and that. But I
think in terms of if you're studying music in Ireland, you're either studying folk stuff, Irish stuff, or pop stuff, and it's not going to focus in on what you'd like to do. That's probably I think that's what that happens with a lot of people that are doing the urban music or rap music or R&B music.
There's no real... You can't go to school to learn it, I have to say. I don't think it's something that you go to school to learn how to rap or learn how... Do you know what I mean? I think you either have it or you don't.
Yeah.
So, it's different. I guess, when you sing, you can, people can give you advice and direction and stuff, but like as a singer, you're born with a voice. Do you know what I mean? So you can develop that and practice that. But I think rapping is just a little different, I guess.
So did you find that you had to go abroad to try and find your way of doing rap music?
It's definitely easier for me, I find, when I'm over there, because, like, obviously I lived in the States for a while, so it was easier because people understand it more. Like, they understand it in Ireland, but because there's not many people doing it, people look kind of down on you. They don't respect it as much as they, they kind of would probably be like, oh my God, this one's crazy, she wants to rap, that's never going to happen, it's never going to go anywhere. But like when I lived in LA, even though everybody is out there hustling and they're trying to get somewhere, they're you can think of it, La La Land, they're a bit crazy, but like everybody's on the same page, like everybody's trying to get somewhere, so you understand each other. Where over here, it's not the same kind of thing. Like, if you have a dream of wanting to be successful in the music industry, it's kind of like, just go to college and get a degree. You know what I mean? Like, people don't really see it the same way as it would be over there. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, there is a lot more than just going to college. You have to go and find contacts, record songs,
contacts,
gigs.
It's all about who you know. It's like, contacts, build your fan base, and,
Yeah, there's a lot to it, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a lot to it.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm always fascinated when you're doing rap music. How do you sing so fast? I always wonder about that. I know it comes naturally to you.
I don't know. It just feels like normal. I had to rethink some of my words there though, because obviously I'm on radio, and sometimes with rap you can say words that might be not so polite, especially for daytime radio. So
yeah, absolutely.
I was trying to think of nice words to say. Well, I know I probably said a few words maybe I shouldn't have, but
non-explicit words, isn't that? That's what we wanted to talk about. Yeah, absolutely. So that's interesting. When you're do you obviously do gigs and stuff? So does there be a DJ that you'd work with on gigs and they play the music for you?
Always have a DJ. Usually it'll be just the sound engineer, and I just have my backing tracks and that.
Okay.
They just play my music, but that would be cool to have a DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know when you're doing rap music, obviously it works a bit different. You're not just out with a guitar singing a song.
Yeah,
it's quite different.
Yeah.
So it's amazing anyway. But you do a couple of you obviously you do modelling and you also do dancing as well.
Mm-hmm.
So can you tell us first of all about your dancing career? What have you done and stuff?
Well, yeah, I've been dancing since like I was 6. Done everything: Irish dancing, hip hop, jazz, ballet. I've competed in Ireland and the UK. I used to do like the beat on the streets back in the day. I've done like some shows like in the Olympia Theatre, and what else did I do? Oh yeah, when I was in LA, I used to was a dancer on a Mexican TV show called like Hino Puedes, and that was like we were kind of like the hostesses, but we do dancing for the beginning of the show, and when the ad break was coming up. So that was definitely fun, and it was an experience. And I've done a lot. I've done at some of the festivals, danced at some of the festivals like Oxygen, in the house tent where they'd have the house music going and stuff. And I've danced around Spirit. I was a resident dancer there for like 4 years. The Rights venue, home, loads of different clubs all around the country and stuff. So I love it.
So you've been around quite a bit.
Been around. I've done a lot, But it's what I just love to perform. That's just what I love to do, and
And obviously, then you're obviously dancing to other people's music as well as your own stuff.
That would be other people's music. When I'm dancing, then I'm just a dancer, I guess. But like I do dance classes and stuff. And when I was in the States, I started doing dance classes over there. It was so fun. There was a class called Ghetto Stiletto, and that was so funny. We had this guy. It was a guy that was actually teaching it. So he had long dreads down to down his back, and he was wearing heels. It was so funny, but it was a cool class, I have to say. Ghetto Stiletto.
Very good indeed, yeah. So tell us, you've done modelling as well.
Mm-hmm.
So how's that gone for you?
Well, I've been away for a while now, so I haven't really been doing much. But I've done. I was with Assets.
Okay,
and then
the
I was
Assets,
and then I was with Be Seen. So I've done like lots of runway shows like all around Ireland, and I've done been on Ireland AM, some of the daytime TV shows as well, like doing like fashion slots. I was in like some newspaper articles, magazines. I did a lot of bridal shows and bridal magazines. So
Basically,
the bridal work is interesting, though, I have to say. Like, sometimes you do a show and you probably wear, I don't know, maybe 10 different wedding dresses. And you have to change so quickly. And them dresses have so much, you know, lacing up and everything. So you have to know how to be quick. But it's fun. I enjoy it. Yeah.
Yeah, very good indeed. So it's obviously you're trying out the latest fashion of clothes, and you have to change really quick to go. Like, there's normally 3 models or something on TV, isn't there, or something like that? I think.
Especially when it's on TV, and TV is live. Like, if you're doing a fashion show and you don't get dressed in time, somebody else can just go in your place. You know, someone else can just go. But if you're on TV and you're not, that does be definitely hectic. Especially when you do Ireland AM. You know, that's definitely a rush. But we usually have someone there to help us sometimes, or else we would help the other models. We would help each other out, definitely.
You're under pressure in Ireland AM, for sure.
Yes, definitely.
Absolutely, indeed.
Yeah.
So tell us, in terms of when you're dancing or modelling and stuff, do you get any strange reactions from guys when they're seeing you performing and stuff?
Yeah, well, not really. Sometimes it depends. Like, when you're dancing, I guess, obviously they want to take pictures and stuff like that. But girls are just as bad sometimes. Like, girls will see and they'll be like, they'll be dancing, you know, back with you and, you know, that kind of thing. They'll be like, oh, you're deadly, or, you know, they'll take your picture. But sometimes when you say to people that that's what I do, I dance in a club, or, you know, I model or rap sometimes. Sometimes when people ask me what I do, I don't always like to say exactly what I do, because people just have their own opinion then of you, you know what I mean? And sometimes it's not always the right opinion.
You don't want to give the wrong impression.
Yeah, not the first time. Like, I'm, you know, I might scare people away, because people will be like, oh my God, you know, who does she think she is? Like, look at your one, and, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah. It's kind of it's a strange thing.
So
you play it
bit
down.
Bit by bit, I let people know what I do. But, you know, sometimes I do hate that question when people are like, oh, so what do you do? I'm kind of like, you know.
Yeah, it can be awkward, can't it?
Yeah, to me, I find it awkward. It's not something that I really like, oh yeah, well, I'm a model, and I'm a dancer, and I rap, and I don't, you know, I'm kind of like, oh, don't ask me that question.
Yeah, I know, you know? Yeah. But I suppose that's one of those things, you know, obviously, you know, there's nothing wrong with what you do. So
there's nothing wrong with it.
So you have to try and explain that to people, isn't it the hard thing?
But sometimes when it's not in other people's, then people don't understand it, they kind of, you know, maybe look at you in a different way, like you're trying to be something you're not, or you think you're deadly, as we like to say over here. Yeah. But, you know. Is there anything you like about dancing or doing modelling, or even just like singing the rap songs that you do? Is there anything? I just love being able to capture people sometimes, you know, especially when I rap, because people never expect me to say I'm a rapper. People always be like, okay, maybe if I say I'm a model, they'd be like, oh yeah, I would have thought that or something, just because like I'm tall and everything. But when I say I rap or I do music, people will be like, oh, you sing? I'd be like, no, I rap. And then straight away people always have this like look, and I kind of like them when I do rap. It's kind of like, oh, okay, all right, I didn't know you were, you know, going to do that. So I like, it's like a little shock kind of tactic kind of thing. I like to show, you know, give people the unexpected. I get what you mean. You think you know me, and you think you know what you're going to get, but you've no idea. Indeed, yeah. It's amazing with personalities. You find out about people and you didn't expect to find what they're actually doing. So I think that's probably one of those things that people find out about you. Yeah. Probably so. Tell us, you were in a girl band before, so tell us about that and how that went for you. Oh, wow. I spent a lot of time in a girl band. I got into a girl band back here in Ireland. We were called Divine, and we, you know, toured with Fifth Avenue, Broken Hill, D-Side, who else was there? The other few artists at the time, but we got to do Chi-Line and all that. There was one American girl in the group, and the rest of us were from like Ireland, but all around Ireland. We had one girl from Mayo, another girl from Galway, and there was 2 Dublin girls. So we did a lot. We recorded a song and we released a song here called Butterflies a couple of years back, and we then decided we wanted bigger and better things, and we ended up getting sponsored a visa, and we went to the States.
Okay.
But there was only 3 of us when we went to the States.
Okay.
Left.
Oh,
So
right.
then what happened was the producers that we were working with at the time, they were like, okay, well, we'll bring in some more girls, make you stronger, and we'll have they were 2 American girls, so they were from Los Angeles, so it was good.
Okay.
And then we got rid of one, and I swear, girl groups.
Okay, it went messy. Okay.
Yeah, but we got to do great things. Like we were working with Mr. Dalvin from Jodeci, and we actually got to go on tour with his group, and on their European tour, and we performed like in Wembley, which was like the biggest stage I think I've ever been on, or biggest audience I've ever performed to. And we went to Amsterdam, Birmingham, and Manchester. So that was really cool.
That's really
If
good.
you're into R&B music, you're gonna know who Jodeci are.
Okay, yeah. Very good. And so you've mentioned some of the artists you played with and stuff and gigs, so that's absolutely fantastic. So that kind of made a connection then to be based in LA then for a bit, was it?
Yeah, that was it. I got a taste of LA and I loved it there. And, I got to do little bits of other work there, like obviously my Mexican TV show that I did. And I actually got to work at Diddy's party just as seemingly I got cast as eye candy. So, I was just working there, just standing around getting paid to look pretty. So you can do I know it's an easy job.
Yeah.
Lying by the pool, that's all it was. And it was interesting. There was so many people there. It was star-studded is not even the word. But it was an amazing experience. So.
And obviously, doing everything that you do, it's made you go to other places as well, has it, around the world?
Yeah, I've once I finished, when the group broke up, I was like, I'm going to continue to do this myself, and I started then getting little gigs, and I was going to London, doing little shows over there, and, just trying to spread my name around. And
I was going to talk about music that you like to listen to. I know you mentioned some at the start, but have you any other artists that you like to listen to?
I love Ludacris. He's one of my favorites, and I love Nicki Minaj. Lola Monroe, she's another one. She's kind of still underground right now. And then there's a new dude coming up called Loss. He's really good as well. But I love Kanye West, the big names, I guess. Kanye West, he's clever. Lil Wayne. Drake is good. He's cool. And 50, of course.
Mm-hmm. And they've picked, I think some of them have picked some old songs and they remixed them and stuff, which is kind of really interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, they do that a lot. They've been doing that for a long time, I think, with rap. They always used to take, music from 70s or, Diana Ross and stuff like that, and they always, sample it and remix it.
Yeah, and you do a little bit of that yourself as well.
Yeah, it's a new thing. Well, it's not a new thing, but it's called, a lot of rappers right now are doing a thing called, mixtapes and stuff. So, it's popular beats, but people just rappers like to put their own little spin on it and just do their own thing to it. And that's how Nicki Minaj and all that, they got started. She just was writing to other people's beats, and she got recognition that way. And a lot of rappers now, they're putting out mixtapes. Even big artists, they're doing mixtapes as well. So
yeah, so
that's what I'm working on right now.
Yeah, it's the way the industry's gone now, isn't it, really? Yeah. Tell us, do you have any hobbies that you like to do apart from everything that we've talked about on the show?
I like horse riding, but I haven't done that in a while. But that's one thing that I do like to do. Well, I did like to do, but I got turned off a little while ago, so I haven't been on in a while because I'm still kind of scared. But I like to swim. I like to work out. I like to travel, and I like to just chill and go out, with my friends, have some drinks, and talk, and
yeah,
just
basic things of going
basic
out.
Things, yeah.
So going out, playing.
Yeah, the things going out for, or dancing or whatever. That's just what I do kind of every day. So for me, then just to chill with my friends and not even have to go out to a club, when I'm not working is something that I don't mind. That's cool with me.
Yeah, chilling out and relaxing.
Yeah, just forget about the club, forget about stuff like that, and just go to a nice little quiet restaurant, have a meal, and some girl talk. I love that.
And do you like sport or anything, or?
I'm not a big sport person, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you just like to keep fit anyway, doing.
I mean, I like to watch football, even though I don't really get it. I like to watch American football. but I don't really get it. I just like what they what they wear.
Okay.
But that's bad. And then I don't know, boxing is alright. I would love to go and see a boxing match, but I wouldn't be able to tell you a lot about it. But I guess I just kind of like to watch it.
Yeah, it's just a bit of a fun activity, really, isn't it? Yeah. I know it's with football and stuff. It's very hard to teach the offside rule and all that crack. I mean, even people that understand football don't even understand that. So
especially American football, I still don't get it. Like it's like they run and then they stop and then I don't know. Or at least what we call football, they call soccer.
Yeah.
They're actually running up and down the field, and okay, they're trying to get the ball off each other, and okay, they're going to kick it in the goal or whatever. But just American football is just so weird to me. It's like it goes and then it stops.
Yeah. The Americans do that, I think, do they? They stop everything. What I don't understand about American football is when they get across the touchline, the way in rugby there's a line there, they don't actually touch it down, whereas in rugby you have to touch it down. I find that very strange. Once they catch the ball in the area, that's fine with them. But anyway, obviously you've had to kind of change the lyrics a little bit, have you, with that, because we're on radio and stuff?
Oh, just a little bit. Sometimes,
Yeah.
I have a few songs that aren't radio friendly.
Yeah.
And, it's so funny because my parents, will listen to them and sometimes they'll start singing them. I'm like, oh my God, Mom. And especially when they know your lyrics. But I have, some... I feel like you gotta be free. If you want to say something, I can't be like, oh, I can't say that. Because then otherwise, you'll end up having a blank page, So sometimes just let it be free and write pen to paper and see what comes out. Or else you try and use it in code, if you know what I mean. You'll use different words where people, they'll know what you're saying, but then they won't. So, kids, when my cousins start listening to me on, YouTube and everything, they'll be like, oh my God, I love your music. And I'll be like, uh-oh, please don't be listening to that song. But, I'm trying to make more friendlier music right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, I think that does be another thing. Even some rock bands have that slight problem where they have cursing in their songs and they need to cut it out for when they're doing radio.
Yeah, because I guess sometimes obviously you're grown up, you're an adult, and you're writing stuff from experience or whatever, or you're just having fun. And the same thing with rock music, or even rappers, people, they talk about sex. It's very open, you know what I mean? So sometimes I don't think you plan on your audience, or sometimes you might not think your audience is going to be 10-year-olds or 12-year-olds. You think of teenagers and up. But, so that's why it's good to try and... that's what I'm trying to do now, is try and make music that my little cousins and stuff can listen to.
Absolutely, yeah. So you're hoping to release possibly a single or an EP or something together in the next couple of months?
In the next few months, I'm planning on releasing another song. I'm doing a video in 2 weeks, so I'm really looking forward to that. So that's going to be on YouTube, and you can check it out. And you can add me on Facebook if you like Lucci Minx. It's just Lucci, like Gucci, LUCCIMINX. And I'm on Facebook, and you can follow me on Twitter. That's Lucci Minx at Twitter. I think that's it.
That's it, yeah.
And then if you want to check out my videos, you can check it out on YouTube, and that's just under Lucci Minx. I have all my videos, all my music there, so...
Good. I think you have a MySpace as well, don't you?
I do have a MySpace, but I guess I haven't really been keeping up to... date on that, I guess Facebook has taken over, and Twitter, and
yeah, it's the way things are now. I know MySpace was big 5 years ago, but
I know it was huge, oh my God, yeah. Now it's Facebook, or Twitter. Now they have some other new ones, but I don't know, I haven't really dabbled in them as much.
No, I haven't myself now. I've only been sticking with those two, really. It's a strange one, all right, indeed. So obviously you're going to go in and record a couple of new songs and stuff, right?
Yeah, I was in the studio yesterday, so I recorded a little verse in that, and hopefully maybe I'd love to work with some Irish artists.
Okay, yeah, that'll be interesting.
Fun, yeah.
And are you hoping to also maybe do some gigs and stuff as well?
While I'm here, because I'm here for a few weeks, but while I'm home I'd like to do some gigs, and
it's a bit different, isn't it?
It's different. It's fun. No, I always I've always done gigs in Dublin and everything, and it's good. I like it.
Yeah, good stuff indeed. So, and then you're going to head back to LA then next month.
Back to LA next month sometime. Yeah.
Good. Yeah.
So it's good to come home, see the family, and eat the Irish food. I'd have missed that, especially our chocolate. I miss our chocolate so much because I don't like Hershey's at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cadbury's, you can't beat Cadbury's.
Yeah.
Or our tea. I love a nice cup of Irish tea.
I think it's one of the things that people miss, especially like a lot of...
It's the small things that you miss.
And especially because a lot of people have emigrated and stuff as well, which is one of the things people miss, the dairy products or and things like that. Very simple little things,
just
isn't
the
it?
small, simple little things that you miss from home. But like there was like a little import shop that I would go to, but you'd spend, like one time I spent €8 on a packet of tea bags for 80 tea bags. And I'm sure people would be like, oh my God, you're crazy. And I'd be like, nah, I just need a taste of home. Just for an hour. Just one cup.
Yeah.
You know?
I think tea bags, or I think Lions were quoted to have tea bags for 3 cents per bag or something. That's the quote I heard.
3 cents per bag?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's why they're only 1 or 2 something in the shops if you buy 80 tea bags. But as you said, if you're importing it from another country,
they slash on like
they slash
prices,
on another.
like,
yeah.
I remember Weetabix as well. I bought and it was like €8
Yeah.
for a box of Weetabix.
Yeah.
Weetabix, sorry.
Weetabix, isn't it? Yeah, it's mad when you're importing stuff
But I didn't mind paying it. You know, I enjoy it. That's what I like to eat, and you know, I miss it. Or sometimes my mom would send me over like King Crisps and things like that.
Yeah. I get you. Is there Irish pubs and stuff over in LA or anything?
Do you know what? I never really went to many of them. There is one called Dublin's. There's a few, and my cousins actually own one in Miami called the Irish Times.
All right. Yeah. That's an interesting one, naming it after the newspaper.
The Irish Times, yeah. It's in down on South Beach.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very interesting, yeah. I'm sure they sell, I'm sure you can get nice dinners and stuff in the Irish pubs.
I'm sure so. They know what they're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks very much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me on the show.
Yeah, no problem indeed. And I wish you all the best with your career on everything you're doing.
Thank you.
All right, no problem indeed.